when I purchased my very first Xbox 360. I had 3 of them in all, and they all ended up breaking. Thanks for letting me vent. One of my first games I ever played on that console was Gears of War 1. It was one of, if not the very first cover shooter I ever played. The game's graphics, cover system, run and cover, shaky cam, and melee combat was revolutionary. I was instantly hooked. The Gears games famously looked great, and the developers would step the graphics up with every new game release. Graphics were compared to the Gears games, and few were ever able to fill those shoes, if any, graphically speaking. Maybe just a few, like the Crysis games, were compared to that and maybe were better, but they were also known for frying computer hard drives. This is a cutscene from Gears of War 3. This was an Xbox 360 game, folks, and those graphics hold up to modern-day graphics of today. It's rather astounding that the developers of this franchise were somehow able to make this game play on such a yesteryear console. This is also the game that created Horde mode, that is still revolutionary to this day, and keeps improving with every new Gears game released. Unlike Call of Duty Zombies, in my opinion, that was fun for the first 10 years I played it, and the last zombie game I played was Call of Duty World War II Zombies. I literally played it for about 10 minutes, and that's being generous, guys, and was over it. And we won't even mention the game's campaign, because that's not worth mentioning, also, in my opinion, guys. I enjoyed Horde mode so much that I would often play it by myself to see how far I could get on my own. Gears 4 came out on Xbox One in October of 2016. It was one of the first 2 games I purchased on that console. I also purchased Halo 5. That's one of the 2 games I purchased, Gears 5 and Halo 5. And as for Halo 5, talk about another disappointment. Gears 4 wasn't my favorite game either, but Jesus, not owning a dishwasher is more fun than Halo 5 was, in my most humble opinion. At least Gears stepped their graphics up, as they always and consistently do, where Halo 5 to me looked no different than Halo 4 did, graphically speaking. Gears 4 looked and felt fantastic. It had some badass new guns as well, like the Buzzkill, which was a circular saw launcher that cut suckers in half, but that's really the best thing I can say for Gears 4, honestly. It really was something to be desired, in my opinion, with its campaign particularly. I still played it and enjoyed it at times, really until the underground part, with all the veiny wall part, when that started. It's like they didn't try hard enough, and maybe sometimes tried too hard. Like they had a few missions that were like a tiny mini try-hard Horde mode. At the end of the day, I wasn't really feeling it. Plus, Marcus Phoenix's son is a great big dork. I wanted to play as Marcus, which was the popular consensus. Looks like in Gears 5 we won't be playing as Marcus either, and it looked like I saw some gameplay today where he's back again, Marcus's son, which is fine. When trailers for Gears 5 came out, I was also kind of like mad, because it's another game where you don't get to play as the hilarious, roid-raged, hot-temper Marcus. So I was just going to hang up Gears and move on with my life. Now, new gameplays and new trailers and new reviews have come out for Gears 5, and I gotta say, wow, it looks pretty good. Some of the maps look very big and very vast, and I heard people compare some of the maps to Metro Exodus. I played Metro Exodus campaign twice and never got the good ending. RIP. I also don't want to get too ahead of myself on Gears 5. I haven't played it yet. I'm going to wait till tomorrow when it comes out and will be available for Game Pass. So I'm going to play it this week, then review it. This video was about looking back at past Gears games and to give you my opinion on them before I play Gears 5 and review it. So right now, I'm going to give you my review for the first 4 Gears games, from best to worst, in my opinion, on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being a perfect game, like Mario Kart for the Nintendo 64 was. Gears 2 is my favorite of the franchise. That gets a 9. Gears 3 also gets a 9. Gears 1 gets a 7.8. And Gears 4 gets a 5.6 because it at least kept my attention most of the time. Tell me your favorite Gears games. Tell me your least favorite. Tell me if you played Gears 5 yet. Like I said, I'm going to be playing it tomorrow when it gets released on the Game Pass, and I might see you on Mixer if I decide to get on at some point. Hey, I'll see you guys. It's been a pleasure.